Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to be telling you how to add inches to your vertical jump as fast as possible, as much as an inch a week in the coming weeks. And I'm going to give you 9 important tips you need to know to increase your vertical jump starting right now. Now I made this video because there seems to be so many guys who struggle to increase their vertical jump. Many don't know exactly what it takes, so they give up and they think they don't have the genetics, or they end up injuring themselves, and it's really just a shame, you know? Now, I've noticed that the reason most of them fail is because they don't approach increasing their vertical systematically. Explosive jump training is incredibly biomechanically complex, but many guys who train only use 1 or 2 training approaches rather than training all aspects of the jump. And by that I mean all the factors that can make your jump more explosive. In this video, I'm going to give you some important tips that'll do wonders for your hop starting today. And I also want to show you the most complete vertical jump training system that I know of. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars every month for a personal trainer to help you train your vertical, as long as you get a hold of what you need to know from a system like this. This one in particular has been used to train literally thousands of athletes to increase their vertical by as much as I said, an inch per week from the start of their training. And there's also an entire section in it on injury prevention, which I think you should pay special attention to. So you can go and get the system at this link here. I've also put it in the link in the description for you if you want to click it there. Your legs will feel rock solid, your balance will improve, and you'll feel light as a feather after only a few weeks training with it. You'll love it. But before you go and grab it, I'm going to give you some important tips to help you start training your vertical starting right now. Now, tip number 1. First, you need to accurately measure your vertical leap. And here's how. You don't need any special piece of equipment for measuring your vertical if you don't already have one. You just need a wall, some chalk, and a ladder. Start by covering the pad of your middle finger with some chalk and stand with your side to the wall. Mark your highest reach on flat feet. Then, standing as close to the wall as possible without hitting the wall during your jump, that's about 4 inches from the wall. Just keep that distance consistent each time you measure your jump. So standing about 4 inches from the wall, jump up and make a mark on the wall as high as you can. Measure the difference between your standing reach and your jump height, and take the number of inches down. Do this 5 times or so and take the average, and that's your vertical jump height right now. Tip number 2. Make sure you warm up before you exercise or before you measure your jump, always. Before starting any workout or measuring your vertical, it's important to get into the habit of warming up and doing some dynamic stretching. This will prevent muscle strain, injuries, and it'll make sure you're performing at your best. Tip number 3, work on a more forceful arm swing. Arm swing can contribute as much as 15% of your jumping height. Make sure that you focus on the explosiveness of your arms in addition to your legs at all times when you're training your jump. Tip number 4, flexibility is incredibly important to the vertical jump. It's not all power. Gymnasts can pull off triple backflips because they've got 100% flexibility through their range of movement. There's little or no muscular resistance from the opposing muscles, so they can be way more explosive in their movement. Focus on stretching out your hip flexors, your hamstrings, and your glutes. To start a serious stretch routine, you only really need 20 minutes or so after each of your workouts. Just be consistent. Being very flexible is also proven to prevent certain types of injury just because you'll have a wider range of motion. Tip number 5, don't forget to exercise the tibialis anterior muscle. The tibialis anterior is the muscle on your shin that raises your foot. This muscle is often overlooked when training for a better jump. Now, the calves are obviously important to your vertical jump. In order to balance and strengthen your calves properly, though, you also need to exercise the tibialis anterior, which opposes the calf. You can do a variety of exercises to do this, the easiest of which are sitting toe raises. Just hold a toe raise for 20 seconds and repeat that 3 to 4 times, a few times a week. Tip number 6. Know how your body adapts to your sport so that you can train specifically for your sport. Your body adapts to how you use it most often. You need to make the most of this adaptation ability to conform to your sport. If you play basketball or volleyball, which are primarily anaerobic sports, it's a bad idea to train for aerobic ability because that takes energy away from your body's anaerobic ability. Basically, you lose power if you train for endurance. Train to be able to stay fresh for an entire game, but not much more. Replace aerobic exercise with exercise for power, such as plyometrics and squats. Tip number 7, spend time on abdominal strength. General midsection strength and endurance is important for all sports, of course. Especially important for holding your body rigid for all powerful movements is inner abdominal strength. To exercise this, take in a deep breath and suck in your stomach towards your spine. Hold this for 20 to 30 seconds and do it 3 to 4 times, 2 to 3 times per week. Tip number 8, choose the right leg power exercises. Of course, now you're going to have to train for more powerful legs. There are many different exercises you can do, but plyometrics, squats, and jumping rope are the main ones. You're going to need to use a system with a variety of exercises that work together to increase your explosive power. Tip number 9 is to visualize. Now spend some time visualizing before and after your vertical practice. First, what you're going to do, and then what you need to correct for next time after the exercise. Think balance and power. Boxers shadow box for a reason. Visualization is important for the development of neural muscle memory and for general learning in any sport. Visualization before and after games and practices is important too. Just try it for yourself. A huge vertical can become a dominant aspect of your game. Imagine dunking over the heads of opponents who once thought they had you under control. Imagine surprising tall opponents who thought they had the advantage over you at the net. Jump training, done in the correct way, also improves just about every aspect of your game, not just your vertical. You'll have increased court agility, balance, and general leg strength. It also makes it much harder to get injured. What you have to do is learn how to train all the aspects of the vertical jump with the most modern techniques available. The most complete guide to training your vertical that I've ever found is at this link here. You can go and check it out now if you like. You can just type it into your browser or click the link that I've put for you in the description. It's made a day and night difference in my game, and I'm sure you'll love it too. You can go and download it now and get your training started with it today or tomorrow. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars a month on a personal trainer to help you increase your vertical, like many athletes do. You just need the information that those trainers will show you, and that's basically what that is at the link. If you really want to start dominating in your sport, you can't neglect any aspect of your game, especially this. Your opponents won't, that's for sure. Just click the link and download the manual for yourself. Check it out, see if it's for you. And good luck and enjoy.